Remember, remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning KU. I'm Kiera Hageman.
I'm Elena Hesterly.
Happy Election Day. Elena, do you have a little backstory on that opener?
I don't.
Okay. Well, you should look it up. Like I said, it's Election Day. I know we have a lot going on at the journalism school surrounding just reporting on Election Day and everything at the polls. Are you a part of anything with that?
I am. So far right now I'm just a floater, so we'll see where the night takes me. But I'll be ready to help out wherever they need me.
Awesome. Are you doing like writing for news reporting or like anything with like multimedia?
I don't know.
Whatever they need.
Yeah, whatever they need, they'll just throw me in there.
Awesome.
So,
Have you voted yet?
I have. I voted this weekend. I went back home. I went with my mom, and we both voted, and the guy, he checked her in, and then he's like, you can follow your mom, and I was like, but I'm here to vote, and he's like, what?
I was afraid that was going to happen to me this morning. I was like, am I old enough to be doing this?
I know. So he was very confused that I was old enough, and he like examined my card.
Right,
a
yeah.
good amount.
That's
my
funny.
Card, my ID.
At least they're being thorough, I guess.
He just kept looking at it, and I'm like, I'm old enough, I assure you.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, my family group chat is popping off. Everyone's sending their photos of their little stickers, showing it off. But should be a fun and exciting night, I think, and we'll see where it takes us. What'd you do this weekend? It was Halloween, kind of.
It was Halloween. I went back home, but I just saw a lot of family this weekend, which was really nice. I got a sleepover with my cousins.
Oh, that's sweet.
So, you know,
yeah.
we didn't have to do any cool dances to get a sleepover at all.
Right.
So.
That's funny. Yeah, well, I got to celebrate a little bit with my roommates. We have, like I like to call, a college cat. So poor Jelly Bean was dressed up in a little cowboy hat for approximately 20 seconds before she just was not having it anymore, and we took it off because it just felt so cruel. There's a lot of TikToks going around that's like POV, you're like, you know, a college girl is your mom or something with your cat, and I just think it's so funny because it's definitely accurate. So we had some fun with that, but also, like I said last week, I got to go to Indianapolis, Indiana this weekend, which was quite a bit of fun. It was an 8-hour road trip, so, you know, left on Friday afternoon and didn't get there till pretty late the next day, technically the next day. It was after midnight, but it was fun. The way down, I was on the middle, like the hump seat, you know, in the car, and I was just not having it, so I had to switch out with one of my friends. But the concert itself was so worth going to. I didn't know what to expect, to be completely honest. But all the people, that was probably like my favorite part, was how nice all the people were. I traded little friendship bracelets with so many little girls, and they're just so excited. And I was like, am I too old to be doing this? Like, I feel like maybe this isn't for me, but watching the concert was just cool to see the performance. Have you ever seen any like videos on TikTok of her, or are you a follower of Taylor Swift at all?
I don't follow her. My mom is pretty much my in look of her. Like,
okay, she would listen to her then?
Oh yeah, she's like the Swiftie that stands up in the movie theaters and dances around.
Oh,
like, she is crazy.
That's funny.
But love her though. But like, she texted my sister and I last night being like, Taylor Swift is at the game sitting with both of the mamas.
That's so funny. My grandma sent me the same text.
I was like, okay, Mom, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah.
But yeah, what did Cam say in like the never getting back together?
Oh my goodness.
I like hearing like the
I
compilation of
can't
those.
remember what he said. I don't know. It was a memory filled night, so it was funny. But next up, I hope that you enjoy hearing from some KU students on their plans for this election.
and today we are with our lovely TD Grace, and she's going to be telling us about Rock Chalk Video, if I'm correct.
Yeah. So I work for the athletic department with Rock Chalk Video here at KU, and I've had the position now for 3 years, which has just been phenomenal. It's one of my favorite things. I've gotten to work with ESPN producers. We do post and live production for the games, so we're the ones controlling the video boards, putting out a lot of that content. We also do a bit of things with the social media.
Wow. So if I'm correct, Allen Fieldhouse has had some renovations.
Some amazing
tell us a little bit about those?
100%. It was definitely needed, and it's just phenomenal. I don't know if you've been in, but just walking through, it feels so new and fresh in there. In terms of Rock Chalk Video in the control room, we've just gotten so many amazing pieces of equipment. I mean, we've been going through training because we've gotten all new equipment. For this, the things that I've been working with the last 2 years are gone, which is both awesome and kind of sad because it's like a bittersweet end of an era thing. But being able to use things that are more standard in the industry is definitely something that I appreciate, and I'm looking forward to taking with me post-college. But yeah, we've gotten all new video boards. There's actually 3 now, and Alan, I don't know if you know that, but there's a brand new Jumbotron, and there's 2 on the corners now, which is really cool in terms of what we can do, because we're now able to produce a lot more content and show people more things they want to see.
Yeah, well, that sounds great. And is it just an Allen Fieldhouse, or is it just like any type of sports event?
So Rock Chalk Video handles almost all sports here at KU. We do men's and women's basketball. We do football. This year's a little different, obviously, with the construction and renovations happening at the new David Booth Gateway District. However, a few of us have been going to the Chiefs Stadium to work cameras there. However, it is obviously a little bit different. But we also do women's soccer. We do volleyball at Horse Family Arena. We do softball, baseball. So we cover a lot of sports. We also like to do events for rowing and golf. So we like to do it all.
Wow. If there's like an incoming freshman that was into like what you do, how would they get into that?
I would honestly just attend what the J School has to offer you. That's how I got into it. I was a freshman, and they had a panel in the room over there. So I just went and I saw my now bosses at Rock Chalk Video, and it just seemed like such a great opportunity and something that I would enjoy. I sent an email to my now boss, got an interview, and there you go. So I would just say be open to trying things that might be uncomfortable and hard. You're not always going to know the answer to what you're doing. You're not always going to be comfortable in the situations you're put into, but you can always make it work for sure.
Well, that's great. Do you have anything else that you want to add?
Just keep coming to Allen Fieldhouse. We got a whole lot to offer. We have a lot of new shows and a lot of new things that are really cool, a lot of great content, and we have a great team behind it all, not just in Rock Chalk Video, but the social side, the management side. So come down to support your team, but also kind of the people behind the scenes.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for talking with me, Grace, and we are going to go to a break, and then we'll be back with news and sports.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Today's Good Morning KU News Brief. Today, millions of voters will go to the polls to decide who they want to be the 47th President of the United States. Vice President Kamala Harris seeks to be the first female president in the country's history. Former President Donald Trump looks to become only the second president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms. 79 million Americans have already voted, and both campaigns expect the election to come down to 7 battleground states: Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, and Arizona.
Tropical storm Rafael has formed in the Caribbean Sea and could threaten the Gulf Coast later in the week. Rafael is expected to hit the Cayman Islands and Cuba as a hurricane before heading into the Gulf of Mexico. A tropical storm watch has been issued for the Florida Keys in preparation for the storm's impacts. The National Hurricane Center says it's too early to know what the impact could be to the United States, but people should pay attention to the storm.
A 17-year-old teenager was just charged for punching 70-year-old Kathleen Tomasco at a Harris rally in Florida last week. One of 4 teenagers who attended the rally in support of former President Donald Trump was charged with battery on a person over 65 after eyewitnesses saw him leave a separate altercation with a male Harris supporter and then knock Tomasco to the ground. According to the Stewart Police Department, this was the only arrest and incident of violence reported at this event.
In Maui, Hawaii, a 61-year-old surfer is recovering after a shark bit his leg while surfing. The surfer was able to swim to shore, where first responders then applied a tourniquet to his leg before transporting him to a hospital. 8 people were attacked by sharks in Hawaii last year, including 1 death.
The Queen of Halloween, Heidi Klum, once again made headlines on the red carpet of her annual Halloween party. Alongside her husband, Tom Collitz, the pair showed off their remarkable ET looks made of functional full-body prosthetics. This look joins her long line of unforgettable costumes, from her 2023 peacock look made up of Cirque du Soleil dancers and her 7-foot-tall worm costume in 2022.
In anticipation for today's election, the rideshare company Lyft has been offering discounted or free rides to polling stations for the 10th year in a row. The program Lyft Up Voting Access partnered with organizations like the NAC Camp, the Asian and Pacific Islander Vote, American Vote, and more to offer members free or cheap rides. Program members will receive promotional codes on election day to ensure they can vote without concern of transportation. Lyft CEO David Risher said everyone, American citizens, should be able to exercise their right to vote without worrying about the cost or difficulty of getting to the polls. That's all we have for news. Now we'll throw it over to Ashton and Emerson with sports.
Kansas men's basketball opened the 2024 regular season 87-57 over Howard. The win marks the 52nd straight season the Jayhawks have won their home opener. Lawrence native and new transfer Zeke Mayo had 19 points in his KU debut. Bill Self is now 2 wins away from becoming the program's all-time winningest head coach with 589 wins. Number 9 ranked North Carolina comes to Lawrence this Friday in a highly anticipated matchup between the 2 blue blood programs.
The LA Dodgers became the 2024 World Series champions on Wednesday after winning 4 of 5 games against the New York Yankees. Freddie Freeman was named the most valuable player after a .300 batting average, 6 hits in 21 at-bats, a 1.364 OPS, and a home run in all but 1 game, including a walk-off grand slam to win the Dodgers Game 1 of the series. They celebrated with a parade in Los Angeles on Friday with over 250,000 people in attendance to see their team celebrate.
The Kansas City women's soccer team had their final regular season game on Sunday, winning 3-1 against the Chicago Red Stars. Even missing their star player, Temwa Chawinga, the team managed to score their 3 goals early and get ahead. The Current ended their regular season with 16 wins, 3 losses, and 7 draws, finishing in 4th place in the NWSL. Their next match is the quarterfinal against North Carolina Courage this Saturday.
Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes said on Thursday he believes a WNBA team for KC is the next logical step after the support of the KC Current women's soccer team. Mahomes owns part of Kansas City Royals, KC Current, and Sporting Kansas City, and hopes to expand the WNBA to Kansas City after they added 3 teams last season. Mahomes hopes to develop a team in the coming years, knowing Kansas sports fans will show out to support the new team.
KU men's basketball alumni have had big success in the start of the NBA season. Alums Grady Dick and Ochai Agbaji scored a total of 53 points with the Toronto Raptors in their game on Friday. Alum Christian Brown with the Denver Nuggets put up 17 points in their win on Saturday, playing for 33 minutes with multiple rebounds and assists. And Johnny Furphy has begun with the Indiana Pacers in his first NBA season, with hope as a big prospect for the future of the NBA. We will take a quick break and be back with another Man on the Street.
Yeah, I always just clap at this part.
This is where everyone's talking amongst themselves. Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to do it?
Are we supposed to smile?
When do we start? Somebody over here already started.
Can we talk about the piccolo part's the most complicated one?
It is. If you listen, you're doing it when the band's not playing.
You have to tell me when it starts. I still don't know.
Here we go. Just clapping now.
Nailed it.
I practiced this morning. Tomorrow is just 2 people.
It has a right and a wrong way of doing it. No. Wrong.
I like my way better.
I don't know how to
1,
do
2,
the
3,
end.
4.
It's just I don't know the head.
It's hard by yourself. Welcome back to Good Morning KU. I'm Emma here with your weekly weather forecast. Well, if you've been outside lately, you will have noticed that our cooler temperatures are finally here in Lawrence, and I'm happy to say that they are here to stay. No more warm temperatures, no more high 80 days. Those cooler temperatures are going to be prevalent as we get further into this November month. This week, we are going to be seeing mostly cloudy skies and some more rain, which we got a little preview of over this weekend, but that rain is going to probably arrive between Thursday and Friday before it starts to clear out, and over the weekend we're going to be seeing more sunshine and maybe a little less clouds. Taking a look now at our current conditions, here in Lawrence we are sitting at 58 degrees and it's pretty similar everywhere else. Over in Kansas City they're sitting all the way up at 63, and that's probably going to be the warmest region of Kansas for the day. Up in Leavenworth is 59, over in Topeka 57, down in Ottawa similar temperatures to us here in Lawrence at 58. Taking a look now over our KU campus, you can see in the bottom right our football stadium, but the thing that's probably the most present on your screen currently are those clouds. They are bold, they are gray, and they are here to stay at least for a little bit. You can start to see just a little bit of those small slivers of blue sky, and so those blue skies are going to kind of come about just a little bit as we get further into the day before those clouds start to pop up once again. Once again, here in Lawrence, our temperatures are currently sitting at 58 degrees. Mostly cloudy skies, higher wind speeds currently at about 13 miles per hour, and that's about as fast as they're going to get today, as after this time frame our wind speeds are going to go down just a little bit, all the way down to 1 mile per hour tonight. Our humidity, however, is currently sitting at 79%, and so that trend is going to continue as we get further into this week. This means that it's going to be feeling sticky outside. It's going to feel just a little bit warmer than what it might actually be, but those wind speeds will balance out the humidity pretty nicely. Taking a look now at our hourly planner, 58 to 60 is kind of the range we're going to be expecting today. At 1 p.m. our temperatures will be at 57 degrees, and that's probably the peak before they start to go down just a little bit at 4 p.m. and then by 10 p.m. we're going to be seeing 44 degree temperatures. Once again, our wind speeds are going to be dropping after the current wind speeds at 13 miles per hour, 12 miles per hour at 1 p.m., 10 miles per hour at 4 p.m., all the way down to just 1 mile per hour at 10 p.m. Taking a look at our radar, nothing too exciting happening today, no real clouds coming about, but those clouds are going to become more present and more prevalent as we get further into this week, but for now, a pretty boring radar to look at. Tonight's forecast, we're going to be looking at a low of 37 degrees, some clear skies, but those clear skies are going to be transitioning into partly cloudy skies as we get further into the early hours of tomorrow morning. Those clouds are going to come back, and they're going to come back full force. Once again, lighter wind speeds, probably averaging around 3 miles per hour, but our humidity is rising all the way up to a pretty shocking 98%, so it is definitely going to be feeling just a little bit dewy outside and just a little bit sticky. Tomorrow's forecast, we're seeing a little bit of a bump in temperatures up to 61 degrees, a pretty steady mix of sunshine and clouds, mostly clouds, but if you're lucky, you might just get a little bit of those nice warm sunshine rays. Once again, higher levels of humidity, this time averaging around 72%, so maybe just a little bit humid than what we might be seeing today, but our wind speeds are going to also be dropping down to 5 to 10 miles per hour versus what we're seeing today, which is averaging between 10 to 15 miles per hour. Taking a look now at our sports schedule, tomorrow our volleyball team is heading to Arizona, where they will play Arizona State. They're in Tempe, Arizona. They're going to be seeing temperatures of around 72 degrees, kind of similar to here in Lawrence, partly cloudy skies, but those partly cloudy skies will be giving way to mainly sunny skies, so Arizona might be seeing just a little bit more sunshine than us here in Kansas. Stronger wind speeds and lower humidity levels again, so almost kind of flipped from what we're seeing here in Kansas again, as here in Kansas we're going to be seeing higher humidity levels and lower wind speeds.
And then this Saturday, our football team heads back to Kansas City, Missouri, where they will be facing a day of pretty steady rain showers. Nothing too severe just yet, but that rain is going to continue to be pretty prevalent, and it's probably going to increase just a little bit as we get further into the day. So definitely something to be made aware of if you plan to attend that football game. Now taking a look at our extended forecast. Tomorrow, with it being 62 degrees, that's the warmest we're going to be seeing for this week before we start to drop back down into the upper 50s, 58 both Thursday and Friday. And Friday is when that rain is going to start to come about, and it's going to continue all day Friday, all day Saturday, before it finally starts to clear up on Sunday. And that's when those mostly sunny skies are going to finally be coming out just for a little bit before next Monday and Tuesday, where they go back down to partly cloudy skies. Our temperatures next Sunday are going to get all the way up to 64, drop just a little bit, then rise all the way back up to about 66 degrees on Monday. And that is probably the highest temperatures that we're going to be seeing, at least for a little bit. Well, that's all we have for weather today. Thank you so much for tuning in to Good Morning KU. Make sure you get out to vote today while you still can, and tune in tonight to see the School of Journalism's coverage of election night. And we'll see you right back here next Tuesday at 10 a.m.